NHAP, no? By the way, ang ano pala, you will hear a lot of greetings, no? Hindi ko alam kung nabanggit ko ng day one. A bright morning, kasi nga sunny and smart, no? If you remember yung day one natin dun sa The Brayton Purpose. So a bright morning and yung batian natin, o kaya ano, have a bright day ahead. Ayan. Okay. Now for today, we'll start with the module 2, the Brayton core business. We'll talk about the work principles and then the customer journey. Then what we value as a company, and then the org chart, no? So I think that is very important, so you would know the different clusters, groups, and departments, no? And then some common terms and common languages used by Brayton. Okay, we're good with this. Si Debbie, siguro some of the work principles familiar ka, no? Tingin ko lang, no, since you worked previously with basically the core group of of Malaya.
Yes po,
Alright.
konti po.
And then, hindi naman to, again, never mind the time, no, we'll squeeze it in. And then, the Brayton system, kung may isasingit natin ngayon, otherwise, we'll have a separate session for that. We'll talk about the work tools, MIS ticketing requests. Matanong ko, may MIS accounts na kayo?
Yes po.
Yes, sir.
Meron na po.
Meron na si James, si Debbie meron na, no?
Yes po.
Si Bench.
Meron na, sir.
Meron na, okay, that's good. Sino ang first time gamitin ng MIS system that we are using? Si Debbie, I'm guessing hindi, no?
Yes po, hindi na po.
Hindi na, you're quite familiar.
Yes po.
Okay.
First time.
Hello?
First time, yes, sir. Okay.
First time si James, si Bench.
First time, sir.
First time, okay. So, critical tong Brayton system, no, that we will talk about. So, yun lang siya. File naming convention, and then Google Drive conventions. All right, so let's hop into it. We'll start with the module 2, no, the Brayton core business. So, the work principles that we have, I'll give you time to read it, no, as I read it. Basically, it's just telling us that be trustworthy and honest. We are disciplined people. If you remember, that is part of our core values, see disciplined action. Yun. So, I think ano naman siya, no, self-explanatory. We just want people to be trustworthy and honest. Kahit na may nakatingin, may nakasupervise or whatnot, we're doing what is right. Be studious and hardworking. We have disciplined thoughts. So part to nung di ba? Progress mindset. We're always trying to innovate. Okay? And be helpful and kind to others. We have disciplined actions. Matanong ko, ano yung 4 na core values natin kung matandaan nyo? Natatandaan ba? And Debbie, James, Benj, natatandaan pa yung 4 na core values? Nawalan ba ako ng internet o wala sumasagot? Nandiyan pa ba kayo? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dito. Oo. So if you remember, no, si progress mindset, anchored hearts, disciplined actions, and yung ating community focus. Yun yung 4, no? So connected siya with everything that we are doing here in Brayton, no? So always revolve around those 4. Everything that we value, yung prinsipyo ni Brayton, will always go around dun sa 4 na ideas na yan. Ayan, so sakto, yan yung binabanggit ko, no? So, will know us because of the values that we carry in our daily operations. So, those are the 4 core values that we have, no? So, kabisaduhin yan, very important yan, no? Tapos medyo madidinig niyan constantly with your heads, with your managers, and even our president. All right, so now, all right. Next, we'll go with the customer journey. All right. So for the customer journey, by the way, no, guys, dito sa Brayton, we are very particular about the customer experience. That's one of the things actually that as Corpcom, I've talked with the stakeholders of the company. Yan yung unique selling proposition kasi ni Brayton eh. We want to be known as a company who hindi nakabenta lang tapos na. Nakuha, no? So, we want to be known as a company who's always after the entire customer journey. So, from start up to the end, consistent yung journey, consistent yung experience na meron yung ating, hindi nga buyers yung tawag natin, as much as possible, we call them customers. So, just to understand, I think more or less you have an idea, no? Pero to break it down to you, we'll start with the sales process, no? Kasi ito yung simula talaga lahat, yung customer journey natin. So, in number 1, as you can see, sakto dito, ang department ni James, tama? Sales and Marketing Department, no? So, yan yung involved dito. You start with the leads, whether it be online or offline, no? So, may leads, ibig sabihin, ito yung mga nag-i-inquire about Brayton properties. So, what happens? Kasi ito, they are just leads, Those leads will be transferred to the next process, sa sales process. What is that? That is the site creeping, no? So when you say site creeping, syempre, buyer yan ng we're talking about a 7 million to 19 million property. So site creeping is taking them to the actual site. Yeah, so that's common language naman, no? And then of course you have to book the vehicle. At the very least, you'll get a gate pass, or it could be a walk-in, and then our sales admin would be there, or the sales agents to do some assistance. Okay? So, after that, tuloy-tuloy na kay sales pa din, you have your reservation process. Just in case you're not that familiar, reservation is basically holding the unit. No? So, may reservation fee yan, online and on-site process, validation of the reservation fee, pag-i-issue ng official receipt, tapos i-update din yung inventory. Okay. So, yun yung basic sales process lang, no? Coming from the leads all the way to the experience, the customer, to check out the unit that he or she might be interested in, all the way to holding that and giving the necessary paperwork. Ayan. May questions tayo dito sa sales process before I move on?
Wala
Wala
po.
naman.
Okay naman, clear. All right. For the next process, this is what we call the main process. So kanina, yung 1, 2, and 3, we call it the sales process. This one is the main process. Bakit? Dito na tayo gagawa ng bahay. Okay? Kasi you have the reservation and all that, but of course, the main process is delivering the product. Okay, so it starts with counseling. So ano yung counseling, no? Pag sinabing counseling in the term of real estate, most of our buyers, unless they are cash buyers, most of them would have to go to a financing institution. So financing institution could be Pag-ibig, it could be banks. So counseling is the part wherein they would have to check out if they are eligible, diba? If they are eligible to get a loan from the bank. Diba? So kung hindi nila ika-cash yan, there should be counseling because as we know, financing institutions, particularly Pag-ibig and bank, they would require a lot of requirements, a lot of documents to make sure that the buyer or the customer that we have is entitled or will be approved for a loan. So together with that, they will be receiving a welcome letter from Brayton Land, no, welcoming them to the customer journey and to our company. And then you have the counseling session. SOA is statement of account. So bibigyan sila ng SOA, statement of account, that basically it represents that they are an official customer of Brayton Land. Then there are declaration of warranties, collection of requests. Pag sinabing collection of requests, pwede kasing may mga sila, di ba? Adjustments or certain preference on the unit that they are getting or the property that they are getting. So that's part of that. And what we call the CMAP, no? or the credit investigation. Are we familiar with CMAP? Matanong ko nga, is James, are familiar with CMAP? Sinong hindi familiar pala? Yun na lang matanong ko.
Ako po,
Debbie,
sir.
you're familiar? Si Ben.
Hindi ko pa siya familiar, sir.
Okay. So CMAP, you can write it down. It's actually mamaya may ano tayo dyan eh. Meron tayong definition of terms sa dulo, no? But the CMAP is basically balikan ko yung meaning ng CMAP. But basically it's the credit map of the Philippines. Mamaya nandyan yun sa sa definition of terms. So yung CMAP kasi, so mag-example ako, no? Meron ba kayong tawag dito? Postpaid plan. Sino may postpaid plan sa Smart or Globe? Meron ba si Debbie?
Wala po, sir.
You do have? Tama?
Wala po ako, sir.
Wala. Si Benj.
Dati, sir, meron.
Dati
Ngayon lang, sir,
meron.
wala.
Okay. Okay. So, mag-sample lang ako. Yung credit map of the Philippines kasi, this is how it happens. Anything na may credit ka, na, you understand credit, no? May utang ka. Halimbawa, any bank, it includes GCash also. It includes home credit. Alam mo yung home credit? So, it includes Pag-ibig. It includes even yung mga postpaid bills. Kaya tinanong sa inyo eh. No? So, what happens kasi, kapag may isang, halimbawa, si Juan de la Cruz, siya ay may loan na hindi niya binayaran. Kahit sa postpaid, kahit kay Globe, kahit kay Globe, kay PLDT, and more so sa bank, Union Bank, BDO, etc. No? Kapag hindi ka nagbayad or may outstanding loan ka, no, napupunta yan sa isang centralized system which is called the CMAP. So that's the credit map of the Philippines. So again, apologies, nakalimutan ko eksakto eh, pero nasa terms naman yan. So centralized, lahat ng credit, pag may credit ka, lalabas yung pangalan mo doon. Okay? So ganun siya. So yun yung CMAP. So at least you would have an idea. So bakit ganun ang ginagawa may CMAP? Kasi kung maglo-loan si buyer doon sa particular financing institution, tapos lumabas yung pangalan niya sa CMAP, medyo magiging part ng counseling that that person has to settle that credit first before applying for a new loan. Okay, nakuha? So yun lang yung the long and short of it, no? When you say CMAP, it's a centralized system regarding credits. Yun. So make sure na tayo mismo, wala tayo sa CMAP as much as possible. Kasi pag nag-loan ka, pag may hit, parang NBI clearance lang din, di ba? So may hit yung credit, credit history mo, kasi may credit card ka, halimbawa na hindi mo nabayaran kay BPI or whatever, lalabas siya sa CMAP. Okay, so that is part of the main process. Bakit? Kasi, syempre si bangko, hindi siya maglo-loan dun sa tao na hindi nagbabayad ng credit. Okay? So yun. After that, you go with the equity, which is the down payment, collections, documentation, and then issuance of, again, statement of account. Every transactions meron, no? And then you have the official receipt or acknowledged receipt issuance. So that's part of the main process. After that, you go with the third equity. We're quite familiar with CTS. Dapat pala unahin ko ang terms dito, no? Dami ko kailangan ko explain the terms eh.
CTS. Opo.
Familiar si Debbie, no, sa CTS?
Yes, contract
Si
to sell.
Benj? O si James, dapat familiar ka dyan.
Yes, sir. Pamilya naman po.
So contract to sell, it's just a contract. Later on, nasa part naman yun ng library natin. And then after that, you have the financing application, home loan application. Tapos, yung work schedule projection, kailan kaya matatapos yung bahay if it is a pre-selling type of property that the customer is purchasing. And then after that, again, main process, tatawid na siya sa construction. You have the pre-construction, the work order, syempre, yung mga necessary permits, inside preparations, that is part of the process. And then you have the construction, notice to proceed. And then You have the title transfer. And then towards the customer journey, if you notice dun sa number 11, no, you have the buyer's inspection and turnover. So, syempre, pag natapos yung ating housing unit, titingnan muna siya ni buyer for punch listing. And when you say punch listing, basically, yung bahay na ita-turn over sa'yo, remember, yung customer natin purchases a 7 to 19 million property, titingnan niya kung okay yung quality, di ba? So, although chinek na siya ng engineers natin, iba pa din yung mismong buyer kasi siya titira dun eh. So, that's the punch listing. Anything na makita niya na hindi siya ganun or basta within the contract, no? So, they can raise and that will be considered a punch list para ayusin ni Brayton Land. Alright, so upon that, 11, referral to the utility service providers, and then you have the acceptance and the turnover ceremony. So that's just the main process from the counseling all the way to the actual turnover of the unit. Alright? Any questions so far? Clear naman?
Wala
no?
naman.
Wala
Wala
naman.
naman.
Alright. Okay. And then you have the after sales. So kita nyo, may sales, may main process, and then the after sales. Again, very particular lang, Brayton Land, especially medyo mid to luxurious market tayo. We want the customer journey to be an excellent experience for the customer. So hindi lang siya pagkabenta tapos na. That's where Brayton Land tries to distinct ourselves compared to the other developers. So we want to make sure that from the onset up to the other services after sales, nandun tayo. So of course, you have the HOA membership, introduction to homeowners association, may welcome seminar yan, tsaka may move-in monitoring. No? So again, it becomes a cycle kasi kapag maganda, the idea is maganda yung services natin, we will be referred to other possible customers ng mismong customer natin. And of course, that includes possible leasing kapag nagkaroon na tayo ng commercial establishments and other services. Alright, so yun. So that's the entire customer journey. Alright, so guys, no, just a keyword, itong term na customer journey, the management will constantly refer to this one when talking about the Brayton process. Everything comes down to what the customer experiences, right? At the onset of sales, to the main process, all the way to the after sales. No? So, ang binabanggit ko lang dito, madidinig niyo yan ng madalas. So, sanayin niyo na yung sarili niyo. Pag sinabing customer journey, it is what we discussed right now. Okay? Right, so I'll proceed to the next slide. So what we value, no? So we have what we call the Brayton Code of Conduct. No? The Brayton Code of Conduct. Our people, we have the 5 Fs. If you're familiar, no? Medyo madaming terms, no? But ito, lahat naman yan naka-ankla or it is anchored towards the 4 core values that we have. So for the 5 Fs, you have the faith, family, friendship, financial freedom, and fitness. So kita nyo, towards our employees, no, towards us, as we do our fellowships, we want to make sure that we are doing great on those 5 Fs. All right, so it's not just work. We want to make sure that there is work-life balance among our employees, no? So that includes us, and that's one of the things that Brayton Land is definitely prioritizing. We have our work gains, talking about the growth, the accuracy, the innovation, being nimble, and the simplicity. And our customers, we always want to go the extra mile, no? And in the service of real estate, and particularly purchasing properties, trust human excellence extra mile. That is, ano na yan, no? Definitely key terms or keywords that we must always inculcate within ourselves. So in an environment that promotes and encourages empowerment, development, excellence, and fun, Brayton needs to create and sustain a healthy state of discipline, within its organization. So you will notice as we go forward, a lot of things on how Brayton Land does the processes is we are very, very disciplined. We are very disciplined coming from step one up to the next step hanggang dun sa production of the actual output. We are always we always put high value in the discipline of the entire process. All right. So we have the Brayton Code of Conduct. No, this will be discussed further by our human resource, no, with Sir Chris. But basically, it is a guide in the conduct of business operations in the most efficient manner, because efficiency and discipline, again, those are very important to Brayton. So excellent customer service, empowered people, and superior organizational capability can be achieved only if employees carry themselves professionally and adhere to Brayton's policies. So yun. Again, those are the things that are valued highly by Brayton Land. All right. Are we good so far? Okay pa tayo? Debbie, James, and Benj?
Yes po, sir.
Okay,
Yes po,
sorry.
sir.
Nag-check lang ako once in a while, ha? Delayed ba yung internet ko? Hindi naman.
Hindi naman po.
Hindi naman po, sir.
All right. Now, Brayton systematic approach. In Brayton, as you can see on your screen, we highly value a systematic approach. I've been talking about that since we started. A systematic approach to work. All right. If the work done is not in the system, then there will be no way of measuring the output objectively. So I want you to, try to reflect on this particular slide. No? If the work done is not in the system, there will be no way of measuring the output objectively. I'm assuming si Debbie medyo sanay na siguro in this type of a systematic approach, no?
Yes.
So dito sa Brayton Land, we if I would say, no, it's like our motto: if there's no ticket, then there is no performance. So what ticket are we talking about? We're talking about the MIS ticket, the Management Information System, which we will discuss further later. So that's how important the tickets are. That's why kanina tinatanong ko unang-una, 'di ba? Do you have MIS accounts already? No? So i-explore naman natin yan, don't worry. But again, that's what I'm saying. The only way for us to measure objectively, ibig sabihin, 'di ba? Black and white. Nagawa ba o hindi nagawa? Kasi ano ang opposite ng objective? That would be subjective. Pag sinabi mong subjective, feeling ko maganda performance ni Debbie. Feeling ko maganda performance ni Bench. That is subjective. Dahil feeling mo lang yun. Diba? Hindi siya measurable. So the only way to measure it is if you have the ticket, if it is in the system, and if it is inside the MIS, the Management Information System, as a ticket, then we can have all those measures and there's no gray area. It's black or white if it is done or not. Okay, we're good so far?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so we value organized and simplified way of determining workflow processes by following matrices. All right, so you've been with Brayton Land for 2 weeks, si James, Debbie, and Bench around a week. Have you heard of the term matrices? Matanong ka lang.
Hindi pa, sir. Hindi pa.
Hindi po, sir.
Si James hindi pa, Debbie hindi pa?
Hindi po.
All right, so si
Hindi pa, sir.
Bench, anyway. So pag sinabing matrices, if you're having notes right now, you can write this down, ha? That is another keyword that we will explore or discuss a lot here in Brayton Land. When you say matrices, it's talking about the matrix. Okay, so ano yung sabihin ng matrix? Because we want things done objectively, the way to measure it is, of course, taking a look at the entire process, starting from start to finish, and what are the different items that it will undergo so that it will be accomplished. Okay, So matrices is something as simple as this one. Nakikita niyo yung screen ko. You have the marketing. This is a sample of a matrix. So halimbawa, if you look at this on the left column, no, you have the report names, you have the unit of measure, you have the sorry, you have the time measure, data source, etc. Okay, and going to the rows, nakalagay dyan, no, how you will be able to quantify them. Like for the unit of measure, you're talking about per channel. Ibig sabihin, unit of measure, halimbawa, we're talking about ad visibility, advertisement visibility. Per channel, is it in Facebook? Is it in social media? Or is it a billboard? Diba? Those are the different channels. And then how do you measure it? Gaano siya katagal doon? Is it daily? Diba? Is it weekly? Is it monthly? No? So, nakalagay dito, this is a sample matrix. Kaya sinasabi dito, no, matrices. Each cluster, groups, and departments have our own matrices. So, it's better to know within your cluster, group, or department, yun muna unahin nyo. You need to ask, ano ba ang matrices natin? Ano bang matrix natin? Okay. Naintindihan? Again, that is keyword, a key concept that we highly value here in Brayton Land because we want to be objective, we want to be exact, we want things to be measured within the system. That's why we take a look at matrices kasi at one glance, you can see the different aspects of work and how you'll be able to say na the work is effective and you get from step 1 to the final step by monitoring a matrix. Okay? So yun na, if you're taking notes, I advise you to take down matrices and after our session, alamin natin within our department, no? Again, sabi ko nga cluster, group, or department, ano yung mga matrix that we follow because that will make your work easier if you understand the matrix that we have. Yeah. All right. Okay, my question so far before we go to the organizational chart.
Wala naman